Ozarks, KRBK in simulcast with KRMS Radio and OCP proudly present the Mountain Dew Formula Boats Lake Race 2013. Here's your host, Brendan Matthews, and racing legend, Dave Scott.
And good afternoon, everyone, from the Lake of the Ozarks. It is the 2013 Lake Race. I'm Brendan Matthews along with Dave Scott, and you are not quite looking live, looking from some of the great moments yesterday here on the lake, as it was a phenomenal day of incredible speeds. You look there at Tim Siebold out of the water, Dave Scott, and it was just a phenomenal day.
Oh, it really
a great
was.
day to be out of the water.
We saw some really good action. We had good water, fast boats, and as you can see here, that's Bob Bull, Randy Sisson running across there. Here comes Timmy Siebold, and this thing can turn on a dime. We talked about it yesterday, and wow, I'll tell you, everybody got one big show.
Some great pictures from yesterday as you see the bigger boats, and of course it is a two-day competition, so the racing that we saw yesterday, David, leads into today before we crown champions. A lot of purse money on the line, as well as these drivers look back on the water. We've got different weather conditions today that we're going to talk to you about in just a few minutes. But continue to watch some of these great pictures. Wow, it was really a sight to see, Dave, some of the competitions that went down the line all day yesterday.
Well, it really was, and these guys coming back today, they know it's all on the line. This is what it's all about. So they had overnight to make some changes, and of course we had some weather change, so they've got different air. Motors are going to react differently, so it's going to be one exciting day, I can tell you that.
I think that's the fast boats boat right there, Dave. We saw in the later race, and we're seeing some of the pictures from the later race, the big race right now. Some really, really big top end speeds.
We sure did. They were all like 150 plus, and we're going to see those speeds, and I think even more today. So.
Dave, we're going to start racing basically right away today. 3 hours. They want to make sure we get this thing going, get it started, and we don't waste any time, Dave.
Well, we really haven't. What we're seeing here, they have the pontoons back out today to start this off, and they're going to get out here and have some fun and get that water roughed up a little bit. And you can see right here, just looking at how smooth they're running, we're seeing a little bit of porpoising. After they make a lap or two, you're going to really see these pontoons moving around. And I think the racers are going to like that, because the racers like that water roughed up a little bit, freeze the boats up, bring the speeds up, and so we'll see that as these guys go on.
It was Terry Kuchenberg. Remember yesterday, the top speed of the pontoons at 61.4 miles per hour. Terry Kuchenberg out of Iowa. Folks, we're getting ready to step aside with much more racing action coming the rest of the afternoon. It's Lake Race 2013 coming to you live on Fox KRBK and KRMS. And we bring you back here live from Beavers at the Dam. It is Lake Race 2013 on Fox KRBK and Newstalk 1150 and 97.5 KRMS. You are looking live outside Beavers at the Dam, and Dave Scott, we're right now watching sort of an exhibition pontoon race. This is really just to set the stage, get the course ready for the big boys coming out here in a little bit.
Well, it really is, and I'm sure the guys in the faster boats really appreciate this, because that water coming over this morning is really flat, really sticky. So this will really help a lot, and looks like they're all running a lot closer today. So it must have made a change in a couple of them.
Yeah, the pontoon race yesterday, just to let everybody know, that was final. We crowned our winner yesterday, Terry Kuchenberg, 61.4. This is merely an exhibition race for these folks out there.
Absolutely,
right now.
And I know Jim Dorse is out there with his playcrafts, and they're just having a blast. It's everybody in the lake can relate to. So it's all good. They're having fun.
I want to tell you this hour is sponsored by Marine Service Company, the premier boat and yacht transporter. Visit marineservicecompany.com. It is time for our first dock report of the day. Manny Haley standing by. His report sponsored by Horseshoe Bend Dock and Rip Rap. Good morning, Manny.
Thanks again. We're here on the street actually getting ready for more great racing action as part of Lake Race 2013. I caught up with the Fast Boats guys here that just got their boat fueled up here with Tony Farello and with Randy Sweers. And Randy, talk about day one a little bit. How were the race conditions for you guys?
Well, I tell you what, it's a great place to race, first of all. I mean, and the conditions here yesterday were what I would call optimal for an offshore powerboat racer. I mean, I know everybody talks about being out in the rough ocean, but it's actually very nice to come to a relatively calm race. The north end of the course there was a little bumpy, just enough to, keep you on your toes.
Thank you very much. Randy Sweers, Tony Farello talking to us here from the Fast Boats team. We're getting ready here for another great day of lake racing action here, Lake Race 2013. I think the pontoons are actually out on the water already.
Yeah, they are indeed, Manny. Thank you very much. Of course, his report sponsored by Horseshoe Bend Dock and Rip Rap. They dive, they dock, they barge, they rock. 365-2751. And he mentioned, Dave, they are indeed out on the water right now, and Jim and Carolyn Doris were neck and neck there a couple of seconds ago.
Yeah, they were, and you can see it's starting to spread out a little bit now, and but that's part of that's because they're getting the water roughed up more and more, and these boats, like I said, they do like some chop, and that really, really does help them and free up and actually pick up some speed.
And we've got some separation there, and Myrick in the Naughty Marine boat is in third right now.
Yeah, he was a little frustrated yesterday, so he had to do some work on it and try to pick it up a bit. And it actually, from here, it looks like it liked the stickier water because I know they were a lot closer at the beginning. But we'll have to see as time goes on how this thing goes. But I can tell you one thing, the bigger boats, as they come out, are really going to be glad that these guys have started, getting some of that wave action out there for them.
You are looking live here at the Lake of the Ozarks in Lake Race 2013, our exhibition pontoon race beginning the day. Another day of tremendous racing action here on Fox KRBK and KRMS Radio alongside Dave Scott. I'm Brendan Matthews, and we're thrilled to have you alongside today. And again, want to encourage everybody, again, to come out because the rest of the day, weather-wise, is going to be tremendous. This is... Again, it may look cloudy. It's going to be a little cool, but the rest of the afternoon is really going to be spectacular. A tremendous day to be out. It was. There's no doubt about it, Dave. It was gorgeous yesterday. It's about a 10 out of 10.
It was. It was
it's not
picture
gonna
perfect.
It's not going to look aesthetically as beautiful as it did yesterday, but it's still going to be really phenomenal to be out anywhere near the water.
But it'll be very comfortable to be out today, no doubt about it. And I know you saw the streets out here yesterday on the Strip, and people were. This place was packed, and I'm sure we'll see it as the day moves on. More and more people coming out now.
Again, I want to remind everybody: no wake, as we've got racing going on. No wake, and the best bet if you're coming to watch on the water, Dave, as we mentioned yesterday, is to anchor your boats in the coves around the racetrack.
It is, and the people did a really good job of that yesterday. It was amazing as they panned the race course here. I know you saw them too, but all the boats, these coves were packed with boats yesterday, and they did an amazing job just holding, tying down, anchoring good, and enjoying themselves. A lot of people were in the water, on the boats, and just having a good time.
It's a 4.5, roughly, give a little more, but roughly about a 4.5 mile track, Dave. For these pontoon boats right now, what type of fuel, how much fuel is going into to make this run?
A lot more than they thought, I can tell you that. Yesterday, fuel almost became a serious issue with the pontoons, and I know all of them were really low when they got back in, so they're all carrying a little bit more fuel today, and as they buzz around here, and looks like they're having a great time. They got perfect weather for it. This air is really good for these engines.
I want to also remind everybody that when you're out anchoring and setting up shop for the day, it's Anchor Management. They're the kind folks out there that are getting you set up as you lock into the spectator fleet for the afternoon. So thank those fine folks, and we thank them for helping us out throughout this entire weekend. Now, For those of you that are going to be out of the water and you want to check it out on your smartphone or wherever you happen to be over the next few hours, you can download the Ustream app on your Android or iPhone and then search Lake Race. You can watch all of our coverage on your smartphone, on your iPhone, your Android for the next 3 hours. All of our coverage is available there. Again, check out the Ustream app. That's the letter Ustream, and you can watch it all day long on your smartphone as we continue live coverage here all Sunday long. We're taking you up to 3 o'clock, and don't forget tonight on Fox KRBK, it's Animation Domination beginning at 6 o'clock. And again, this is the exhibition pontoon race that you're watching right now. Terry Kuchenberg from Iowa, 61.4. Dave, I haven't seen him out there for this race this afternoon.
I don't think he made this start today. But you can really see how the water, I talked about earlier on at the very beginning, how close these pontoons were. Now that they've got it, starting to get it roughed up a bit, you can see the difference, how they start stretching out. Some boat, one setup will really like the rougher water, another one won't. And it's obvious here that this wave action is really getting them out there, getting some separation.
We mentioned the stream, of course, our streaming sponsor. We want to thank Iguana Water Sports. Dennis and Chad really stepped up for us this week. Iguana Water Sports boat sales, rip wrap, and retail. All you need to have fun on the water, and you can stream the broadcast live on krmsradio.com as well /Lake Race Stream. We're coming up against another one of our breaks, and we want to remind you, we've got wall-to-wall racing action. We're going to have some of the award ceremonies as well, Dave, as these drivers get honored. A lot of prize money, around $18K, is going to go to the top driver in the Performance Extreme Unlimited Racing. That's going to be in a little while, and of course, it was Randy Sisum and Bob Bull there yesterday, Dave, and they've got a bit of a lead to work with this afternoon.
Well, they really do, and it's going to be tough to get around these guys because again we're going to have really good water for them. It's a very, very fast boat, but we do have Broadco back today.
I want to mention
that's a big thing.
And you're going to have some of those details and why we didn't see them yesterday when we come back from our next break, as you are looking live on the Lake of the Ozarks, the beautiful Lake of the Ozarks. It's Lake Race 2013 live on Fox KRBK and KRMS Radio.